I mean, in many respects, a plan B, right? I mean, this is a plan that you propose when you're in a defensive posture, it seems to me, right? I mean, because um, no matter what, when we talk about the idea of school choice, it's going to require um, parents who have the social capital, the education themselves, the time and ability to take advantage of and to really sort of lean into the process in a way that is there's a lot of heavy lifting. I mean, I just know that from being
Hmm.
a public school parent myself, and knowing that I have access and resources that a lot of parents, just broadly speaking, don't have.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. That uh, if you have kind of a system of public school choice that requires parents to opt in, that doesn't have any particular guidelines in place to ensure fairness, then you're not going to necessarily serve students well. There are places though, like Cambridge, Massachusetts, where they have universal choice. Everyone chooses. Low-income parents, more affluent parents, and there they've gotten some good results. So so I guess I disagree in part. I think this isn't just a defensive posture, response to vouchers, but also I think that if choice is really well implemented, that it can promote social mobility and social cohesion in this country. But these are the exception today. It's only in a small number of communities where they have universal choice, so that everyone's involved in the choice process, not just those parents who have the extra access to social capital, and where there are fairness guidelines in place to ensure that the choice is going to promote the public good as opposed to just serving the private interests of parents.
I don't want to get too much off on a tangent here, but because we have choice here in Brooklyn,
Yep.
and as far as I can tell, it still leads to a significant amount of segregation, and that one of the problems is that the schools themselves. They want to get kids who inevitably turn out to be the more affluent kids, because that's going to help their, because in education the relationship between poverty and performance in school is about as close to one, I think, as you can get.
Yep.
And so the schools want to get I don't know that they articulate it themselves this way, but maybe they do. The more affluent kids, because that means that there's less pressure on them to deliver the test scores from which they're going to get rated, right?
Hmm.
Because the kids are going to come in and they're going to start at a baseline that is going to be that is going to guarantee their success on the other end of the thing.
That's right. That's the logic of just kind of completely unregulated choice, where it often leads to greater levels of segregation, uh, precisely because of the reasons you cited. That the most affluent parents tend to have the most access to information, and then furthermore, schools have an incentive built into the system to want to attract kind of the kids who are most likely to perform well on tests. So unregulated choice is can lead to very, very negative results. But there are some models out there where choice can be used as an engine for school integration by race and by socioeconomic status, where they have weighted lotteries to make sure that everyone's going to benefit.
Mm.
I'm not saying that's what Betsy DeVos wants,
Right.
but there are some positive models out there. So I don't want to shut the door on school choice entirely.
And we should say, in those models you're talking about, you don't need added funds. In other words, like, even if we had the ability to impose those regulations on private schools, the fact is that for some people it may be paying tuition. For others, it's just a subsidy to pay a tuition that's 5 or 6 times that. Hey, everybody, Sam Seder here.
Donald Trump is a bad guy. Believe me. It's true.
It is true, and you can subscribe to this channel by subscribing to this channel. It's true.